Welcome back, crafty experimenters. Here we've got my second chandelier earring in all of its twisted and uneven glory. The second one was definitely easier than the first, though not without its hiccups and mistakes. Stay tuned, see how I made it. And we're back. Cleaned up a little bit. Made some more of these little guys. Think they'll work okay. And let's see if we can't do this better, more quickly, easier this time. I also gathered together little perks that I'd picked. So I had a spacer bead, the blue one, little red. So make a loop, hold it, do it sideways. This one comes nice and close. I like it. Sort of. Let's see if we can round that other part back around. Kind of at a weird angle. Yeah, that'll work. I think so, at least. And then I'll trim this. Put it on there. Is it bent the right direction? Could be a little bit more this way, I think, so that when it hangs, my little triangle design hangs forward. Yeah, that's good. And then I'll just tuck in the loop part. Loop part's kind of smushed looking, but I think it works. Got a little bit of a tangle there. It's about the same length. A little bit of handmade quality with the slightly uneven loops down there. Yes. So that one more quickly than last time. Get out our little red rectangles. So you get one blue at the bottom, then a rectangle, and two blues at the top. Yes. Here, make it a right angle, then decent sized loop. Ooh, this one's short. Open it up. Put it on thingamajobber and wrap that tail around. Hold still, you. I wonder how many of these shots I'm getting my head blocked from the overhead shot. But I feel like I need to bring it right up to my face to see what's going on. Alright, so that one's got a few less wraps than the other ones, but also kind of tails down at the end, doesn't it? Yeah, it just wants to go parallel to the wire below it. But with those two wraps on it, I guess it's fine. It's probably secure. I don't know. Next. One blue bead, and red bead, two blue beads. Ta-da! Sideways. Loop it round. Bring it 90. Round and round we go. I think this is too long. And I put it on the wrong spot. Awesome. I think I need a break. Alright, so I got myself a coffee. I really wish the leg of this tripod was not right in front of me. Can't be helped. Okay, so I went and got my coffee, had a bit of a snack. See if I can't put this in its right spot without snapping the wire. Over on this side. Try to straighten that out. Here I thought the second earring would be so much easier. It's all a learning process, right? My hope, I'm not sure if I said this earlier when I was first opening the package, but I'm hoping to learn these types of skills and then be able to apply them to the resin work that I'm doing, or come up with something new again. Maybe just make it a hobby when I do it during downtime, you know? But I'm interested to know. I don't have an Etsy and I don't have any online e-commerce set up. If I keep on making things, I'll probably look to sell them somewhere eventually. And I was thinking about something like this that follows a pattern. I thought there was going to be a project pattern that shows you step by step which beads to use and things. But I was checking out Etsy, and not Etsy themselves, but one of the how-tos sites said that Etsy doesn't consider doing a craft from a project kit handmade, like original handmade piece, unless it's, substantively changed, I think. I wonder, I mean, there's ideas of copyright infringement type stuff in there. But I'm wondering if something like this, where with these, I think this is called a chandelier, the point is to hang beads off of it. So if you choose different beads, is it a new and original piece, would you consider? I'm not following their pattern, for example, the one in the picture, bead for bead. So does that make it one of a kind, original enough to be considered? In your mind, I'm curious to know. I think it is, in addition to little personal flares like this thing. I mean, I was thinking while I was taking my little break how I would give a review to this set, and my review goes something like this. I like the materials. I like the colors. Didn't think I would, but I do. And I like the ideas behind it. I want to say it's a bad thing that they show these square knot bracelets and don't tell you how to do them. The only thing they have as far as the bracelets is to put glue on your knots to keep them from fraying. But square knotting, watch some videos, is a thing that you have to learn how to do properly. And I kind of feel like this set advertises that it will teach you that, because it says that it comes with clear instruction, easy to follow instructions, which for the pieces that they show it does not. But having said that, I actually think it's a good thing, positive thing for me, to be forced to investigate and learn from multiple sources. In general, I think it's a good idea for me. Better put this on here before I forget. Again, this one I made really long. Wow. Like so. Feel like it needs to be higher. And it would have been really nicely done if it wasn't so long at the neck. So I like the materials that they provide. I wish there was a bit more instructions. This is taking a lot more to do from me than I had originally envisioned. I thought it would be an hour or two. Just step by step, do the thing, learn how to make a bracelet, end up with a bracelet that looks like theirs, but yet have learned the technique to make my own later. Not quite how it turned out, but regardless, I am happy that I'm doing this today, even if it has taken me the whole day to do. I think I will benefit from the practical experience of having done it is providing me. So I think I paid $10 for the set, because again, I got it for like 50% off. And I think that's worth it. The tools, you can see I'm not using the tool that they provided with the kit. That cutter seemed to work pretty well. But this is a bit finer and seems to be working better. And the flat nose, the chain nose pliers seem to be what all the tutorials recommend for doing stuff like what I'm doing right now. Which is interesting. I would expect that the round ones would mar the wire less, but I think these give you a better handle on the wire, more control, maybe. I don't know. That's my best guess. This one is not lovely. It's a little messy up here, but it's functional. Is jewelry ever supposed to be functional? Isn't it always supposed to be lovely? So, I don't know. If you want a set that gives you everything step by step to definitely make what they show you in the picture I wouldn't recommend this one. You gotta figure some stuff out yourself. But if you want a wide variety of well-matched materials all in one package, like the spacer beads, for example, go along with these chandelier things nicely, and the blues and the reds, I think they look nice together. Whoever set up the pack like chose a nice assortment that complement each other. So if you just want a pack of like varied materials that all sort of go along the same theme, I think it's a good one, especially if you can get a deal. I am, as ever, into getting deals. For a chance to do something new, get a deal, can't beat it, man. I was thinking about this the other day. There's two things that really excite me, that make me want to tackle a day. One is the opportunity to make something, build something really, and the opportunity to learn something new. I like those first, as a beginner with anything, like the first hurdles are a lot easier to make than when a person starts to master and get into the finer details of what makes their skill set truly something to talk about. But the first learning stages are the easiest, and that's why I really they say, you know, to go easy on yourself and approach any new thing like a beginner. Keep yourself from beating yourself up if you aren't amazing at it right away, right? I totally get that, but I would like to approach things as a beginner because I can be a really good beginner. Not so good of a master or competency or mastery of a thing, but beginning, hey, I can catch on to things usually. Not ultra slowly. Makes me feel good about myself. The thing about doing this stuff and recording it is that I can't be listening to my music collection because of copyright unless I mute the whole thing. Which, you know, I might do sometimes too, but because this channel is starting out with the idea of learning new stuff and combining stuff in unexpected ways as I learn them, I think the idea that there are questions that arise as you start a new thing, you never have all the answers. You ask these questions, you're like, well, I'll try it and see what happens. And maybe it solves it, maybe it doesn't. But as somebody becomes more proficient, they forget that as a beginner they were asking those questions in the first place. So my thought with all my little funny interludes and musings and mistakes and things is that, you know, to help anyone else that might also be starting out realize that when you first pick it up, it doesn't matter how many tutorials you've watched and how much you've read, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna have questions, and things aren't gonna work out, and that's okay. That's actually quite normal. It's more than okay, because that's how you figure out what works best for you. Yay, they match, I think, right? Did I miss any beads? So I'm hoping as I go along and I keep working on these things and I keep learning new stuff, that the videos will get cleaner and shorter, and I'll be like, this is what I've learned works, and this is why. But I don't have those answers yet. And I think that's important. Yay, look at that! Finish these! With my very own handmade head pins, which may or may not fall apart. Yay! That's exciting. Red and blue. I think it's a little weird that like some of the red is opaque and some of it's transparent. And these blues are a little bit different in their tones. But I was also mistaken. I dropped these, as I keep dropping everything, and they are metal. I could hear the difference. When they hit other metal, it sounded like metal. It's just really lightweight, I guess. So, yay! So now it's time to do some square knots. Also watched some YouTube videos on these things. So I used the medium blue here instead of the little one. Maybe I'll use large ones here. Large blues. I don't know. We shall see. I also have a concern that this is not going to be enough. Oh, hemp cording 3 yards. Okay, so it's enough to make maybe the bracelet, but not the necklace. I don't know. So if I wanted to do both, I'd have to order more materials, I think. But I think that's why I have these things. Slightly different colors. Pretty though. They're very pretty. So, yeah, I'm going to figure this one out next. Hooray!